Don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's Keenum. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Keenum. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A carry for the Northern California native, Devontae Booker. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Third and 2, Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Raiders have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. On first down, Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll run it here. And he'll running right through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
694. Right there. 54, right there. That's it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Get set. Hey, 734.
Throwing now is Carr. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 734.
Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. Devontae Booker, the 40, the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker, 94 yards, and the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
734. He's checking.
Carr now to throw. Escaping the press. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Keenum here again. Finding some room at midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 1st down, it's Keenum. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Carr. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Down. Mike's right. On 53.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Keenum to throw on second down. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Keenum now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
22.
Keenum to throw again. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's at the 50. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing on first down is Carr. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, What's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
White Monday down.
Now Carr. And he's going to go down again. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
You're mine. 694. You're mine.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And on the ground they go with the running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll run it here. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Deuce right, Chief. 734.
They do go for it. It's Carr looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They come out here in the eye. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Booker on first down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right back to Booker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Let's go, let's go. Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, we're good, we're good. Down, down.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Keenum now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Hey, go, let's go, let's go.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Throw left side, it's reeled in by Hamilton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Keenum now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Here's Keenum now on second down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. I got wide. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98. Check 50.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Check 24, check 24. White Monday down. Deuce right. Jim. Go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Slants. Right down. 56 Mike. OP. 618. Hey, check 24. 694.
Carr to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Go Chief! Go Chief!
And they'll run it here. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He's back to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Let's go, let's go.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
53.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hamilton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Roger.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And now, is it fourth down? No, it's third down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And McManus able to put it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Throwing now is Carr. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Carr. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.